All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 12.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush, I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Looking to throw. Love. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Now Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
21. Check. Hey, high 7.
Now Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Ready, set. Mike, 58, right there. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58, come on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Flush to his right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Set, 8, read. And that can resume, fellas. Let's go. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Off the screen, off the screen. Off the screen, off the screen. Off the screen. Hey, watch it, watch it. Scene 6. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 3, check 3. Stand up.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Let's go.
John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a play fake. Garoppolo under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Geno Atkins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Woo-hoo.
On 1st and 10, Love. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Ready.
From the gun, Love. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score, Bengals 21, Colts nothing. Randy Bullock kicking off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might... The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 53.
Operating from the gun. Love. And that's complete. It's Green here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Set, go.
Here's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
You better be afraid of me. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. You're out. Check 3. Hey, ready.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And the Bengals first down.
Ready. 58 to Mike. Ready. Double tight, guys. Double. Leo. Check. Watch twist. General. Twist. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Ready. Go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen. 55's Mike, guys. 55. Yeah. Watch the twist.
2nd and 3. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
From the 29, Garoppolo, Geno Atkins in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Topper.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Dog. I got one. Orphan. No, 3. No. And go.
Back to throw. Love. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Matchbox, right. Watch the edge. Showing it. Check 99. Switch. Rock.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's brought down. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bullock good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee and get to the locker room.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Interception, baby. All day. All day.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
That's it, baby.
At the 35-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Exit. 58, right over there. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Bound to lose one. Set, go.
From the gun, Love. He's got Green. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Let's go.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. You better bring it. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Let's go. 66. Let's go it hard. Here we go. Shoot. Ready, go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Aaron Jones with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Colts take over first and 10.
Baby, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the slant. Check the backer, check the backer. He's routine spill. Check the crack.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Check. J-Con, 132 fighter. Slam. Bravo.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Pick me up. Here we go. Wahoo. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Record. 30. Squeeze. Get in there. Crunch.
On first down, Love. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Getting in there to break that one up, Rock Ya-Sin. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Mike, 53. Hey, watch the slant. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Go.
To throw on third down. Love. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. To throw on second down. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
General, West. Ready, go.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job, hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. Now the Bengals on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Undercrush, undercrush, lock it. Bang, 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 bang. Set, go.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Bullock's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's just me and you. Charlie. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming. Mike up. Mike 55. Hey, eat. In your face. Check nickel. Sin. On. Kill.
On 3rd and 2. Love. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Good job.
23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bengals 55, Colts nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points. So under pressure, they got him again. Geno Atkins, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Play action. Garoppolo. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough.
Here we go.
Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
Here we go. 180. 36. Don't let him breathe.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will extend this big lead.
62. Colts, nothing.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
It's going to be a long day.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a